Never use chrome on our impacts, because that's not safe. Take it up with that guy. See, told you there would be a way to make it my fault. Customers breathing down your neck going, hey, need this machine working. And the fact that he had to sit there and look at it and think about it just never sits right. Hi, I'm Becca. I'm a third-year apprentice with Top Down Enterprises, and I'm going to give you a tour of the shop toolbox.
If you want to stock up on parts, tracks, or tools, head over to FortisHD.com. If you have any questions, reach out, parts@FortisHD.com. Every purchase helps fund more videos like this one. Now back to the video.
Here's the first drawer. We've got the Milwaukee kits with the trays that are pulled out of the boxes, with the 1/4-inch drive, 1/2-inch drive, little odds and ends, impact extensions, because never use chrome on our impacts, because that's not safe. These are the standard impacts as well. It's kind of the first things you're grabbing. You're grabbing your impact and a battery, you're grabbing a socket when you're starting a job. So in this next drawer, wrenches, medium, smaller ones, spanner wrench, got some filter wrenches. Crow's feet are really nice to have, especially when you're doing hydraulic fittings and it's in an unideal place, because all the equipment is engineered for maintenance and repair for sure. That's what they have in mind when they build them. So these tools are really handy to have. And then we've also got our metric and standard wrenches in this one.
What brand wrenches? Can you tell?
Milwaukee. I know. Take it up with that guy. This next drawer, these are all the bigger wrenches, go up to, I don't think there's anything outside of 1 inch and 7/8 in this guy. There's a few metric, but mostly again standard. When you're working on the bigger stuff, you're usually using a standard wrench. Some of them have seen better days.
Not your fault, right? Or was it then?
I cannot confirm or deny. I don't think it was my fault, but I'm sure there's a way that I'll get blamed for it. Because why else would you have an apprentice? And this is overflow combination wrenches, party tools. I would assume that he needed to get it into a very tight spot and ground down the round.
Hey Mike, why is it like that?
Modified tools. Those are illegal. I don't even know why that's in there. That's crazy. Why did you do that to my wrench, Becca?
See, told you there would be a way to make it my fault.
You voided the warranty.
Yeah. On this Craftsman wrench. This, I believe, was modified to put a pipe on to use as a snipe. But now I won't have to cut up any of my wrenches because I've got a nice snipe or wrench extender. And I would assume that this as well was the same kind of story, and probably this one too. Needing to use a pipe or something to snipe something off. This drawer, some cutters for some pipe. These are combs for rad fins, tire inflators, some other random air fitting stuff, some grease fittings, a few bars, tape measure. These don't really fit anywhere else, so they exist here now. And here's the fancy new Fortis HD wrench extender that's going to live in here. Oh, and magnets. I actually just broke mine. It's used so much. And this one, this is all the tools that we used when we're building wiring harnesses. This is the other one for clamping. I use this a lot to strip. Like if we've got like 6-wire or something, then use this to strip off the main insulation. We've got tap and die set, which is nice to have when threads either in a bolt hole or a bolt itself, you don't have a replacement on your truck and you need that bolt, then you can usually manage to clean up the threads on it enough, recut them and get away with it, especially when you're, 3 hours away up into the bush in the middle of nowhere. Customers breathing down your neck going, hey, need this machine working. Another tap die set. This is just a standard set though. And I mean, for everyone's sake, I hope they never need to use a tap and die set. But history's proven that's not necessarily the case. They made it, they're selling it. There's 2 in this box, so.
At school, did they ever teach you how to use a tap and die set properly?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually one of the first things that they teach you is how to extract a broken screw and use a tap and die set. Multimeter. Milwaukee again.
Do you like Milwaukee, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got caught. This is all for small engine, or not, for engine repair. Dial indicators, measuring tools, calipers, if I can get the case open. Digital is nice, because one of the things that I have always struggled to do is read a analog. And then same thing, bigger one. Guide studs and some bolts in there. Some sort of measuring tool. Couldn't tell you what that is. Mike,
Like a dial?
what is it?
This is actually an RPM gauge.
And this certainly was not just explained to me that it's an RPM gauge. And the fact that he had to sit there and look at it and think about it just never sits right. You know, it's like the guy, oh yeah, catch the sparks, we're gonna keep those. Some sort of measurement tool, I would assume. Shows how much I do engine rebuilds alone. In here, reject drawer as well. Torque wrench. Another one. All mechanics always torque everything. And we never use an impact and go, that's probably tight enough. This is a little camera. Or light, maybe? I don't know, don't quote me on it. I'm gonna get corrected heavily now. Idiot, it's not a camera. Air tools, Snap On soldering iron, which is really nice to do when we're repairing harnesses and stuff. You don't have to run a whole new line or whatever. So in this one, we've got bits and screwdrivers, little things. This one, scrapers, we've got cutters, knives, pinch-off pliers. Pinch-off pliers are really nice to have when you're working on equipment that you can't turn like a fuel line off, so you can pinch it off there, or if you're pulling an engine, you can use them there as well. This one is all the Allen keys, Torx keys, and here I think there's more Torx. Look, they're pink. We got punches in here, we've got brass punches and center punches. This is for maybe a screwdriver bit, for those hard to reach places where you can't get an actual handle in for it. We've got hammers, a lot of framing hammers for whatever reason. And then this is the reject drawer as well. Oh, this is your antifreeze tester, kind of like the refractometer that I showed earlier. Spare hammer heads, some AC gauges, air grinder. Have a creeper here, rolling around underneath a truck or something for your tools to be under and you can't find. Like I just had the damn thing. It's under a wheel. That's about it. I'm Becca with Top Down Enterprises, and this was the Shopbox tour.
If you have a favorite tool you'd like to showcase in action on the channel, reach out and submit your video to media@fortishd.com. Join us on our journey to tool the next generation.